Spikes.
Spikes!
Spikes!
Spike was one of my favorite characters, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You kind of have a little, like, you could convincingly cosplay as Spike, buddy. You could.
I'm more of a Vash the Stampede kind of cosplayer. Love and peace.
God, that is...
I just need a long red trench coat.
Yeah, we'll get you those. We'll get the tiny red sunglasses for you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is time for Joystiq Streams, and the extremely dated references have already begun.
Hey, we were making references to things in the 90s. That's not that dated, is it? It's only 20 years.
Yeah. Come on, Trigun, a Trigun reference, buddy. That is.
Well, listen, if you haven't watched Trigun, it's on Netflix. The whole series.
Oh, is it really?
It is, including the movie. Did you know there was a follow-up movie?
Oh my God, I haven't watched
also on
that.
Netflix.
I used to watch the fan subs way back in the day.
Me too. Me too.
That is a level of nerdery that we're discussing. The culture of weird, like, fan-subbed anime goes hand in hand with insanely difficult, cultishly adored, super hard platforming games that are made to look like they ran on the MSX, which perfectly describes 1001 Spikes by Nicalis, which is what Ludwig is playing right now.
That's right. So I just wanted to comment on this section here. I'm pointing at my camera so it looks like I'm going to highlight something on the screen, but that's completely pointless. This game is very much, there are no tutorials, it's extremely difficult, but it's very fair, and everything that you do in the game, or that you have to do in order to progress, will teach you something. So, just in this case, I moved the block forward, so now I know blocks that look like that can be pushed, I know they can block spikes coming out of those faces, I know to watch out for faces, because they shoot out spikes. And
that's just a general rule for life, though.
Well, that's true. And now I'm nervous about these spikes, and I feel like there are more. Ah, see? There, that was a trap. That was a trap. Cool.
Everybody just, there are... So, Snipe Hockey in the chat is keeping an unofficial death count for us, and we thank him for that. But we're also... Oh my God. I love...
Just touching the spike, just like caressing it with your hand, like this, is death.
There has to be... Somebody out there has got to have made a compilation video at some point of all of the many video game screens that say "You are dead." I love a good "You are dead" screen. And this does it even better than, like, Resident Evil. I like that when, like, old school Resident Evil, like, really draws it out.
I got greedy. I got greedy.
Boom. You're dead. You are dead! You're making such nice progress, though. So, alright, you've probably done it at this point, but that little skull that is...
Oh, you think I've done it? There's going to be a twist in this story.
Nope.
Yep, I jumped too late.
That didn't go well. So what do those skulls do? Do you use those skulls for something? This is my first time ever seeing 1001 Spike.
The fun part about deaths in this game is they usually are sudden and shocking, which is not something you can often say about dying in video games.
Oh, Duke just said you have to go to the second platform, not the first one.
Oh, that Scorpion just committed suicide. He probably realizes that he's about to witness so many more deaths.
I can't go on.
No.
I can't witness this madness no more. Oh, it's a 1-up. The skulls are 1-ups.
Yes, but I mean, you also want to collect all the skulls for bragging rights, so...
yeah.
Well, damn it! I was so satisfied with how swiftly I executed that Scorpion. I left myself open to piercing. I hate spikes, Anthony. I hate them. I hate them so much.
Do you hate 1-ups? I know that you were playing a lot of 2D platformers right now. You've been playing 1001 Spikes, and it's why you wanted to stream it. This came out on Nintendo platforms and a bunch of other things in June. Am I remembering that correctly?
I think so. Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Yeah, not that long ago. But you've also been playing Shovel Knight.
Yes, which I love. Which is not as punishing as this game, although it is challenging
It can be. It like if
you've had your Mega Man training, I think it's okay.
If you play New Game Plus, it can be very challenging.
Forget that skull. I'm done with that skull.
You're done with that skull? Screw that skull.
It's luring me into misery. Wait, I haven't thought this through. Okay.
I want you to get to the exit, and then the skull will just run over to you and stab you before you can leave. That's what you get.
I'm surprised this block that I'm standing on right now is not a spike. What does this mouse have to say? Oh, I think this is the final. This is the final mouse.
Oh, this is the final mouse.
You're on your own now, buddy. Sorry.
The mouse doesn't say, "Man, you ever see Rescue Rangers? That gadget is smoking hot."
Wait until you fight Fat Cat. Dropping his cigarette ash on you.
Oh,
cigar ash.
That's the dark version. That's the dark Michael Bay relaunch of Rescue Rangers. That will no doubt happen. That last little spike on the platform that you have to hit to get to the exit is ridiculous at that stage. That is some hateful game design, and I love it.
I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna develop some kind of psychological condition because I've played all these games back to back that hate me. Like Gods Will Be Watching, this game.
I'm trying to think what else has come out. Oh god, you played Trials a bunch a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah, and DLC for that just came out, I think, so I should probably go back into that.
God, I adore Trials Fusion, and that's a game that Alright, so tell me, Letty, what is it about a game like this that just punishes you and punishes you, that keeps you playing? Because you and I have been talking a lot in the past couple of weeks about the frustrations of playing Gods Will Be Watching, and like, that gets to a point where you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. But this, I want to keep doing it.
I think it's the balance is in that it has to give you enough of an indication that you can succeed if you just concentrate a little bit more, right? I think that's the trick. Like, it shouldn't seem hopeless. And the amount of commitment that you give, like, it's a transaction, right? Like, if you invest X amount of time, you get enough advancement to feel satisfied, which is something where I thought we agreed on Gods Will Be Watching, where the investment was a little too steep because you would invest 2 hours of your time, and you would go through the same motions, and you would understand what to do. You would have figured out the puzzle, but actually doing it is what's sort of keeping you from winning.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you played it last year, but just this week, I've been playing Rogue Legacy on Vita, and it's my first time ever playing the game.
That's a really fun game too.
Great game. And if anybody in the chat is hanging out and if there's any cursory interest in Rogue Legacy, do check it out. And that's a game that can also be punishing in like a lot of the
Oh wait, I just threw away the block that I needed to to succeed.
You push it into nothingness?
Yep, I'm gonna kill myself now. In the game as well.
Oh, don't do it. We should also keep a clock of how many times Letty is forced to die. not through surprise, but hubris. So, funny thing about Rogue Legacy, Letty, is that unlike this, which seems to strike the balance for you of like, alright, well, I am making progress, I'm doing good things. Rogue Legacy sometimes feels to me like it's giving you too much of an illusion of progress. Where it's like, it's really punishing, but at the same time, sometimes it'll be like, oh, well look, you've still gotten gold, you've still gotten all these things, keep going.
Like, does it feel like it's pandering or patronizing? Is that?
It's not pandering or patronizing. It feels like it's creating a false sense of progress. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, a number got bigger. Mm-hmm. So, but it's a lie. Like all that really happened is the number got bigger.
Sorry, if I make strange grunting noises, it means that I'm close to being impaled.
That's my favorite. I love that they're there. I like that you're getting through this level, like, quicker, too. Like, you know all the timing of the spikes, So you're like, all right.
But now I have to remember what killed me last time. That's the thing, though.
It's that dagger.
All right, so let's just go over here. Oh no! Wait, now I can't get back up.
Snipe Hockey's got us with an update. It's 11 total deaths, 1 forced death. Keeping it going.
Oh! I'm gonna do my best not to say horrible expletives. Darn these pointy devices.
Well, this is, yeah, everybody, this is a family show, and we have an evolving dictionary of acceptable swear words. Fluffernutter, bum bum, frack,
It has to be something I can remember, though. In the spur of the moment.
Okay, so I love this one, and it's very appropriate to this. A friend of mine lived in Baltimore for a while, and he taught me a Baltimore-specific, like, expletive. And all it is dagger. And so if you say dagger really, really quickly, it can be really negative, but it's also like if you're successful, you can be like dagger.
Dagger. Mother dagger.
Dagger. Ladies and gentlemen, today
that was pure hubris. Did you see that? I was like, I got this level. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, forgot about those spikes. And you would think you would remember the spikes in a game called 1001 Spikes.
No. Well, I think that's the whole
You just
point.
become desensitized to spikes because there's so many of them.
Yeah, spikes happen. Balderdash. Counter Saturn has another one. Balderdash is good. Balderdash sounds like the swear word that characters in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 would use. Balderdash, Spider-Man!
How rude! I demand an apology!
Ladies and gentlemen, today's Bobby McFerrin album is brought to you by Ludwig Kitzman's Frustration.
Oh, mother... Alright, let's go for the flawless round this time. Also,
right,
I'm gonna change up my strategy here. I'm gonna push the block from this side. Save myself some
extra
time.
Bold.
In theory. Push the
Oh, wow, Faux Ben. That is a good call. The Faux Ben mentions that we could adopt the swearing routine from the fantastic Mr. Fox, which is just saying cuss all the time. Rather than
I remember this time.
Look, it seems like pushing the block from the left seems like it saves you a little time. I'm sure that's like a speedrunner maneuver.
Get in there! Yay!
Did you? Oh yeah!
But I missed the skull though.
Oh God! Who cares about that skull?
Okay. Dead.
0720. I want full-on spelunker.
Grabbing the skull and dead. Alright, keep it move. Luring. You have to lure some of these blocks out like you lure an eagle in Ninja Gaiden. Like the ones that fly towards you on the edge of the level.
I hate those birds.
Okay, now do I go left or down? Let's go left.
0720, what version of Spelunker do you want people to play? You've mentioned the NES version, and that is the maximum frustration version, I think.
Do people like Spelunker? I feel like there was a debate over that versus Spelunky.
Well, I think Spelunker is of a time. That is one of those things like the original Kid Icarus on NES that is beloved by people, but it is it's like you know, Vegemite. It's an acquired taste.
I tried to survive all that.
Are there ever moments where panic can get you through one of these situations?
Yes, there are some times where it's like if you just keep running, you'll actually avoid a lot of spikes. I mean, the level paths are very clear, so at least you're never confused as to where to go. But again, it's all a balance of, you know, planning your run or just running without direction, and then in that case you could get killed pretty easily. No, wrong jump.
Buddy, you are at 19 deaths.
Okay, well that's not too bad.
We're only 15 minutes in, and my sincere hope is that we see you get into well past triple digits. That's what I want to see.
So you want to see me suffer?
Oh yeah. Well, why else?
Oh,
why else
what now? I don't really know how this is gonna go. Scorpion got me.
I hate scorpions.
I feel that way about most arachnids. So.
Yeah, so arachnids across the board. What about daddy longlegs?
Isn't that an arachnid?
They are, but
well,
they're very peaceable.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, and Goodrich says, "Holy cow, Luddy does not look like I imagined when I heard him on the podcast." What were you picturing? And Goodrich,
I get that a lot. I get that I'm younger than I sound. A lot of people think I'm old, which is true, but
I would not say that. When you and I first met face to face, I thought, well, yeah, this is pretty much in line with what I was picturing.
All right, so I gotta kill this scorpion real quick, and then jump and jump and jump and now what? How do I get? I don't have bombs. I wish I had a bomb to get through this scorpion
Do you get bombs?
nest.
Are bombs a thing that you get? Does your character ever change?
You can change his color. That's about it.
So he's racist.
Okay, that was easier than expected. I made that out to be much worse than it is. What's funny is the best time of that level was 1 minute and 14 seconds. It felt like 30 minutes. It felt like an hour because it was so intense. Oh dear.
Oh man. Yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
And over here, and through here. No, those are spikes. Those are spikes. Okay.
Oh god, oh god.
Is this a spike? Is this a spike?
I would like to mod this game so that the character controlled like Pitfall Harry in the NES game Super Pitfall.
That was going quite well until the part where I got stabbed.
Yeah, for first try progress, that level went on surprisingly long.
Okay. Getting to this part is we can do this. We can do this. Now it's just avoiding these other daggers. Okay, I got the key.
Luddy, do you ever play palate cleanser games? Do you ever play something after playing another game to wash the previous game out of your head? Yeah,
I find that like story-driven games, like Telltale's games or like adventure games in general, are very good at just easing me back into games. And oh damn! See now, like, do you ever get like into those states where you're playing a game and you die over and over, and then you start failing being able to do even the most basic stuff because you're just like so flippant about it?
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. That started happening to me when I was playing Gods Will Be Watching. I was like,
you accidentally clicked on kill and.
Yep. Yeah. I just get really sloppy.
This must sound really bizarre because like I know your audio is slightly, well, you're a little behind on where the stream is, but you've got me in real time on Skype, so you know I've been grunting.
It sounds like you are at some kind of salon, getting your legs waxed by somebody who has never done it before. That's what it sounds like. It's very specific, I realize.
I've never had my legs waxed. I imagine it's less painful than dying all this time in this game. Throw it at. Aw.
Everybody, as we celebrate Ludwig's victory over that stage,
and
his continuing deaths on the current stage, we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back.
Oh.
24 deaths.
Why can't I just get a nice, solid platform that stays up forever? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man, those daggers.
Oh, that was a good run. That was a good run.
Does the game have any tools built in for you to record yourself?
No, but I've been playing the PS4 version mostly, and it's really easy just to upload a clip from there, and I imagine the Xbox One version will be just as easy. So this is on Xbox One, PS4, PS3 I think, you get cross-buy, and it's on Vita as well.
And Vita. And there's Wii U and 3DS versions,
yes,
right?
That's right. So sometimes you can get like the rhythm of the daggers being thrown at you is in rhythm to the music, and that kind of helps you with the timing. I really like the music in this game also.
By everything that Nicalis has published, even if you don't like the way it plays, tends to have really bumpin' tunes. I am very excited about their next game, which is 90s Arcade Racer. And I'm excited about that because I'm one of those guys that misses Sega's old racing games. I like a nice outrun, or Daytona's not my go-to, but I like a good outrun. I like a good Sega Rally. Did you ever play Sega Rally, Ludwig?
I love Sega Rally.
Oh,
Game over, yeah!
Yes!
Oh,
yes!
so in case you've, fallen behind the stream, one of the new ways in which I can die is being immolated.
You've got some burninating problems.
Oh, great. That was a dumb one. I'm dead. So dead. The deadest. This is why I can never get into acupuncture.
Oh no, it's too much.
It's too reminiscent
trauma.
of 1001 Spikes.
What if you went in to an acupuncturist and said, "Look, I'm really interested in this. I'm interested in the rejuvenating power of your medicine, but I insist that we stop at 1000 spikes."
I got daggered in the face. Dagger! Dagger!
See? Doesn't that feel good? Dagger!
Oh. This would be much easier if it was a 3D game, because I could just go around some of these. I could just step to the left of these spikes coming at me.
Oh man.
Oh,
Dying so
this.
This does the exact same thing that I like so much about Rogue Legacy, and it makes me want to play this now. Is like there's no barrier between you and your next try. It's just like you're dead, go.
Yeah.
You're dead, go.
It's just more ethical that way.
It really is. It really, and like I understand how once upon a time a game like this couldn't do that. Like technologically there were problems. Can you jump on the little head, the bottom fire spewing pose, so you can like chill out and get?
Well, the timing is a little weird because it doesn't repeat in exactly the same way.
Right.
So.
But if you could jump on the first head and like hide there,
I don't think you can. I think it's like considered a background object, and then I have to throw daggers at this thing. Dagger, dagger, throw a dagger, dagger thing, throw a thing, throw a thing, run, move, throw a thing, no, die.
Oh, nice, nice. So I'm seeing this in the same way that everybody in the chat is. So as I'm talking, Ludwig is in new territory, but getting daggered hard.
Okay, so
Luddy, is there a mode where you can like turn off the extra lives, like so that there's no life limit, or is that just an integral part of everything?
it's as far as I know, in the story mode, this is it.
That's what you gotta do.
There are different arcade modes, and there's also a multiplayer mode, which I haven't really investigated at all.
you're a 6x4, use your Game Genie. I can't wait for there to, like Steam will finally be like, alright, here is your Steam machine, your Steam controller, it's all here, and now here is your Steam Game Genie, and your Steam Game Shark, and your Action Replay Pro.
Cheats are really not as popular as they used to be, like back in the day.
The problem is that the design became about making what you would get from cheats paid content.
Stop. Okay. Fine. I'm just panicking and throwing daggers everywhere. Leave me alone.
Oh, God. This is making me feel like an anxious parent. That's
oh, no. Okay. We should have this part down pat by now, but as soon as you get too arrogant, you pay the price.
Hubris is where everything goes awry.
Hubris is the main villain in this game.
Hubris is the main...
Hubris. H-U-G-H.
Yeah.
B-R-I-S-S. Mr. Briss.
It's a giant... Hubris is a giant stone idol statue that looks like Hugh Grant, but in a Mayan headdress. That's what it is. Duke, springboarding from our little conversation there about cheats. Duke is saying game makers back when had one shot at releasing a game, and now they can like the standard is release part of a game and just update the problems later. That's an interesting perspective, and it's one that I think is partially true. I feel like there is less incentive for game makers to release what we used to think of as a complete experience right out of the gate. Like, it's far easier to sit there and say, alright, well we can release most of a game, and then we'll make it feature complete later. That's not always a bad thing, though, because, you know, Shovel Knight, which you're also playing and shares some of the DNA with 1000 Spikes here, is not complete. Like, they're going to add more things. They're going to add extra playable characters. They're going to... all sorts of stuff. But what came out is mostly there. I think there's less... there are more examples of things being released that are just broken.
Have you seen the horrible things that just happened to me yet? Because,
I'm watching you get so... oh my god, no, no!
Like 1 pixel of that fire gone.
Yeah, just that little... You were kissed by that flame.
It was like the flame on... Have you ever taken the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland?
Oh, I never have.
So they have real fire in that ride, and there's one point where like there's this burst of fire, and you feel it so hot in your face, and you feel like you're so close to it, even though it's completely safe. That is what happened to me, except that the fire got me.
Man, I have not been to Disney World since I was 9 years old, and that was 1990.
Dagger.
Dagger. Susan just said I missed her amazing joke, so I had to go back, and she pointed out that hubris is actually a moil.
Is actually a what?
A moil. A moil is a rabbi that performs circumcisions at a bris. Bloody, come on, that was vintage pun work that Susan just laid on here.
I mean, I feel like I don't have the necessary background to understand it.
You don't have the culture.
Know your audience. Dagger thing. Dagger thing. Dagger. 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 Death. Mother... I feel like I'm lacking in moral support here, Anthony.
I support every... You're not feeling the... Alright, I fully admit that there is an element of schadenfreude in the watching of this. But I'm with you, Luddy. I believe in...
Hubris and the schadenfreude.
Hubris and the schadenfreudes. Old school New England punk done the right way.
Throw a thing. Throw a thing. Dagger. Dagger.
You
Dagger.
are
Dagger.
Currently living at...
Dagger. Fire.
39 deaths, London. 39.
Ugh, it's terrible. I'll never be able to play at a pro league at this point.
I want that. I want the esports championship to be like 1001 spike.
So I wanna hide beneath these flames to catch my breath next to this one square right in front of me, but I'm worried that there'll be spikes underneath the ground at that point.
I guarantee there will be spikes. I think that's very likely.
Oh. Ah!
Buddy, why has nobody created an esports event that is modeled exactly like the Wizard? Like, at the end, like, when, like, all these Call of Duty teams are about to fight each other, why isn't, like, the stage turn around and there's smoke machines? It's usually just guys swearing at each other. And I don't understand, like, where is Fred Savage during these events?
I'm just picturing an elimination like a Hunger Games style, where everyone starts playing this game at the same time, and as soon as you die in real life.
Yeah, like...
Well, maybe you don't have to have that part. I don't think people would really participate if that was the case.
No, but they could die like you used to die in like an old Nickelodeon game show. Like somebody would come out in a headdress, like in Legend of the Lost Temple, or the Hidden Temple, and like drag you into a wall pit.
This level is seriously giving me grief.
Into the ball pit.
Come on, we can do this real quick. Just, push this block. Must advance to new level. Come on.
Buddy, I believe in you. What about controller are you playing with right now?
I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller.
Xbox 360 controller?
But it's the one with the transforming D-pad, so at least I have that going.
So I have never used that D-pad. I've used an Xbox One controller at demo events very briefly, but I've never really had a reason to use the evolved form of the transforming D-pad. Do you like that D-pad at this point?
I do. I mean, in the one form that you put it in. Like, I don't like the non-transformed form.
Yeah.
I guess you would say.
Yeah. I am a big fan to this day of the D-pad on the
Mother dagger. I was starting to feel genuinely confident about that run, but nope.
I would have to buy, if I was going to play this on Steam, I would have spikes. I would have to go buy one of those USB adapters for a Super Nintendo controller, because that D-pad remains the gold standard low these many years later.
Now, remember, you can skip levels in this game if you get really frustrated. I mean, you will have to complete them at some point, but...
I was just gonna say, do they gate you so that you have to go back before you can get to, like, a next set of stages?
I don't think so. I think it's just like the game won't be considered beaten unless you actually complete all the levels, but I will not be doing that because I think it would be anticlimactic. For streaming purposes, of course.
I think Susan is backing me up on the Super Nintendo D-pad being the gold standard. Man,
Joystiq Twitch confessions: I never had a Super Nintendo.
Ah.
I was more of a Genesis / Mega Drive person. You also can't throw your daggers very quickly, so you have to time it right. Like there's a cooldown period, so you can't just like shoot daggers out like a machine gun in order to prevent, block these other daggers.
Can you upgrade your daggers at some point, or is that so only color changer?
I don't think so. I don't know if you even get different abilities in this game.
Really, no one here knows Nightmare. Counter-Sat or Nightmare? What are you referring to, my friend? As in, like, the character from Soul Calibur? Because I don't think he would be very good at 1001 Nights. If Nightmare tried to play 1001 Nights, that claw hand, I'm pretty sure he would have to use the D-pad with that giant claw hand with the eyeball in it, and that just would not work.
Are you much of a Soul Calibur fan, Anthony? Have you fought on the stage of history in which destinies clash?
Ludwig, let me say that my Tale of Souls is a legend that is eternally retold.
Eternally rehashed, more like it.
Whoa! Hey-oh!
I love Soul Calibur, and playing as Siegfried used to be what I did.
Oh, that's your move. That's your go-to guy.
Him and Killick.
Oh man, Killick's little ground move where he spins around and spins that pole while breakdancing, and Siegfried's like the uppercut that knocks you way into the air, and then you do like the spinning barrel roll thing. God, unstoppable moves. Soul Calibur, Namco, I know you're not watching right now. You're doing other things, but Namco, please listen to me. Make me a Soul Calibur 6 that's real, and make a proper single-player game again.
The consensus is that 5 was pretty disappointing, right?
Well, 5 was disappointing because...
But it had Ezio in it.
So this is why 5 was disappointing. I didn't know this until recently. But CyberConnect 2, the studio behind such magical games as Azura's Wrath and Tail Concerto. I love CyberConnect 2, they're great.
I really like the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. I honestly, those are fun fighting games.
Really fun.
Not super technical, but fun.
They farmed out the single-player story mode for Soul Calibur 5 to CyberConnect 2.
Right.
And they had these sort of grand ambitions to make this very, very evolved single-player game with all of these crazy cutscenes and all that stuff. And if you've played Soul Calibur 5, you'll find that it feels very truncated and very unbalanced and kind of ridiculous. And the reason is that Namco stepped in and basically halved their development time. So you gotta wrap it up, normal money for Soul Calibur 5, finish this right now. And so the single-player game was incomplete when they shipped the game. And I thought that the versus, like just the balancing of the versus combat in 5 was superior to 4. I thought it was the best the series had been as a one-on-one fighter since 2. And I even liked a lot of the new characters. I liked like Taki's daughter and the children of Sophia. I liked that. But yeah, man, Soul Calibur 2 just, oh god, that game is just near perfect.
So I played the original Xbox version of that. Did you know it had like a 720p support?
Yeah,
Pretty cool if you had the right TV and you had the component, that bizarre component box thing that you could plug into the Xbox.
The things that you needed to make the original Xbox a modern media machine were wild. But yeah, so was that like your preferred platform for that?
Yes.
I was a GameCube guy.
It's over. Our long Twitch nightmare is over.
Do you feel cleansed?
I feel satisfied. I feel like I've made it through a very dark part of my life.
Yeah, you sound different. You sound wiser, but more at peace too. Nightmare was Counter Saturn's filling us in. So that entire Soul Calibur tangent was not the Nightmare that was being discussed. Nightmare was a hilariously bad British game show where 4 players, 1 that is blinded by an oversized helmet, and 3 to guide the blinded player through a fantasy-style maze. That is awesome! Lucky, where are all the spikes in this stage?
Oh, at the end of a region, you get the key. And then you move on to the next stage, and that level is... there are no deaths in it. Also, there are a lot of spikes in this level. Hold on.
This level is just stressing me out just looking at it.
And I think this one is like pretty readable because you can see, like, you can get the timing right, but there are resting spots, and I don't know, like, you can never tell whether there'll be spikes underneath those spots.
Come on. What? Oh my god. Oh, Donovan1209. Well, I ordered a Wii U yesterday, so that's mildly exciting, and that's one of the machines you can play this on. Does this go in your essential Wii U games list? 1001
I mean, if you can't play it elsewhere, then great. I died. What am I even doing now?
Well,
I don't know, if you don't have any of the other
okay.
platforms, then yes, I think it's a really good game if you like this kind of brutality.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back, everyone. And for you Turbo users, we're still here. While Luddy dies again and again and again.
What should we give we can give the Turbo users an exclusive facial expression.
An exclusive facial experience? No, you gotta pre-order to get the exclusive Ludwig facial expressions. Pre-order now through Amazon.com and get surprised Ludwig face.
Okay, so that block gives away, so I can't spend the whole day standing on it.
Then, yes, this game is on Wii U, as well as 3DS.
Spike. I was gonna say that. I wasn't gonna swear. I promise.
No, of course not. Why would you?
Never.
This isn't frustrating at all. You are a totem.
But like, isn't it weird how there is very clearly a good frustration and a bad frustration? I mean, I don't feel like smashing my controller. I'm just like frustrated because the deaths are so sudden, and you can see them coming a mile away, but then there's nothing you can do about them anymore. You just resign yourself to
the inevitability of spikedom.
Damn it! I think in that one you have to start jumping right before it falls away, so that you can get back on track.
Snipe Hockey, where are we in the death count?
Is that something you want me to know? Won't that just break my spirit?
No. No, it will allow you to maintain a sense of history and longing for the carefree days of your early deaths.
Now what?
Made it farther this time.
Aha!
What is happening when he makes the little I don't know what to do face?
That means I'm just standing without, like, inputting a direction.
Oh, that's the idle animation, okay.
Which is confusing because there are idols that are animated in this game as well. I have a feeling this head that I'm looking at is going to spit a dagger at me, so...
Yeah, I don't think that's an unlikely assumption.
Okay, wait. What else is there to kill me here? Come on, we know there's something. I'm clearly being lulled into a false sense of security.
Daggers, fire, spikes. I'm pretty sure that if you press up, up, down, down, right, left, Dom double E's will come out.
Oh, fire. Of course it's fire. Did you see, just like, that was a stupid death. That was completely stupid.
Yeah, well, that's good though. You like it when you know that it's your fault. For
that was my can-do attitude biting me in the arse. More like a can-doom attitude. Oh, the spikes!
Counter Saturn says when he makes that little I don't know what to do face, what he's really saying, ah, you got spiked. He says, I don't know how to walk without you telling me how. Which I think that every video game character has had that thought at some point. They tell me, I'm crippled by indecision.
It's like the Sonic the Hedgehog impatient foot tap. Back when that character had personality and not attitude.
Yeah, back before that character decided to go to Urban Outfitters for some wraps for his wrists.
Were you one of those people that, for a brief moment in time, actually thought that Sonic Adventure was good? The first one?
Okay, so I loved Sonic the Hedgehog when Sonic Adventure came out. I like Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3. I still think is one of the best games ever made, and I was so pumped for Sonic Adventure. If anybody remembers, in 1998, right before the Dreamcast came out, there was a trailer for Sonic Adventure that had this ridiculous...
Look at this level. Look at this level, by the way. Look at all these platforms.
I'm ready.
Also, why are all these spikes so bloody? How many people have died here?
Oh, this level's just... See, this looks more reasonable to me.
Okay, well, I found a golden skull, but I'll probably lose my life trying to get it.
Ludwig, you know what I got a lot of mileage out of? Not with Sonic Adventure 1, but in Sonic Adventure 2. I got the versus racing. The two, one-on-one versus racing. Oh god, that was a staple in my college. Do that all the time. And it was a lot of fun. And yes, Susan is backing me up. The Killer Whale trailer for Sonic Adventure that came out before the Dreamcast came out. Man, it got me so psyched. There's this butt rock song playing. It sounds like really bad Megadeth. And there's a whale chasing Sonic, and it was just so exciting.
Well, I remember that game had a really cool CG introduction and everything.
Yeah, and man, just
open your heart.
Just open your heart. All of those levels, the Amy levels, the Tails levels,
Big the Cat levels.
The Big the Cat levels. Oh my god, it's just awful.
Where's my pal Froggy?
I mean, you almost feel like it's outsider art. It's or a Dadaist play where they're just trying to out-surreal everybody. Where's my Froggy? There's Froggy. What are you talking about, Big? Why? Cirrus 6x4 has brought up a contemporary of Sonic Adventure that actually is a much better version of that game, which is Mega Man Legends. And far more so even Mega Man Legends 2, a spectacular game. Ludwig, you're doing great!
You say that, but you haven't caught up on the stream, just so you know. I didn't look before I leaped, that's the thing.
Ludwig, you always look before you leap. Always!
Okay, so this part we've got down-ish. Alright. Jump on the thing. Now how do I time this right is the question. Like this. And then... Okay.
You're feeling good?
I feel like I found a spot that doesn't kill me. So, I'm just gonna stand there for a bit. Take it all in, you know?
This doesn't seem like a game that...
Oh, of course there are spikes on the thing!
Buddy, is there a time limit?
No.
No? I wasn't sure if that might be something...
Your time doesn't go on the leaderboard, though, so...
Oh?
There's a limit to how seriously your friends will take you.
So, do you get really invested in leaderboards? Does that happen to you?
It depends on the game. I feel like if it's a game where I struggle just to get through it and that's enough enjoyment for me,
yeah,
then yes. But if it's something that I play again and again, I want to get better at it, then I get very competitive with leaderboards. So things like Geometry Wars, you know,
Oh, okay.
Trials as
Alright.
well. Trials, I'm pretty competitive, and I got really into the Mirror's Edge time trials.
Really?
I was in the top 10 in the world back in the day,
Wow.
like for PS3. But that took some. I played those levels so many times. It's kind of disgusting.
You know, it's funny, a game that didn't even have a leaderboard, but I got into, like, I wish there was, because my friends and I got in, like, a fierce competition over it, was when Mega Man 9 came out on the Wii. We got really hardcore about, like, comparing our completion times. Because the game will, like, show you at the end, like, oh, it took you this long to beat everything. And we just got in a vicious back and forth. Being like, oh, well, I could do the entire thing in 45 minutes. Like, oh, you suck. I can do better than that. What is does Mirror's Edge count as the game that you were at one point the best at? Like, is there any game that you had a skill level comparative to?
I was thinking of an answer and then I died. Dead or Alive 4? Does that count? I was really into that. I went to 2 fighting game tournaments for that one.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, and how far did you make it in? And
Well,
who was
so
your character?
when they launched the Xbox 360 in South Africa, which is where I was living at the time, there were 2 tournaments on the same day where the prize was an Xbox 360. And I went to both of them, and I won both of those tournaments.
Wow! I'm impressed! I did not know this about you. Dead or Alive
To be
5.
fair, like the people who were playing the game at that time in South Africa, it wasn't a huge group, so I think I'm probably overselling my
Your
ability. But I did play a crap load of that game, probably like thousands of matches.
I've never gotten truly into a Dead or Alive game. In fact, I would say it's probably a tie between 2 and 5 as the ones that I have played the most.
5 was pretty good. I enjoyed 5 a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once you get over the embarrassment of those games, because that is a part of them.
Right.
I just messed up. I'm gonna die. I think they're pretty fun fighting games. I love how quick they are. I think they're so much faster and like instinct-based compared to the more technical stuff like Street Fighter.
Which is definitely what is most interesting about them. That they're
Yeah.
far less about like, oh, this special move and this.
Yeah, like I would never say that they have the same kind of sophistication as some tournament-grade fighting games, but what I really enjoy about them is the speed and like how it's very much a attack and counter-attack rhythm to it. And the animation is usually really great, and I love how interactive the environments are. I feel environments are still like really static for most fighting games. So
Susan has just brought up that Dead or Alive 2 was the game for her, and I feel like I'm right there with you, Susan. That is like a Saturn Dreamcast essential. And also, man, one day when the Joystiq retreat happens, rest assured that Dead or Alive 2 is going to be one of the games that travels with us. One day, audience, Joystiq Streams will bring you the Joystiq retreat. We will all be in a place playing ridiculous games together. Ludwig and I will do a speed run of Gun Valkyrie. Get ready.
Ah! That one's really tough.
Who is your character in Dead or Alive?
Christy.
Really? Christy?
Pokey Snake Hands.
Nice.
And she's also like super quick.
She is super quick. She's super quick.
If not her, then I think I play as either Ein or Hayabusa.
Hayabusa's good. Hayabusa is definitely
Tends to be overpowered in that series.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, 720! I'd watch the hell out of Gun Valkyrie. That is definitely... You know, we're getting to the end of the summer drought, and new releases are going to be coming out very soon. Like, we're going to be starting to see the flood.
Dumb mistake.
In August. And we have a few weeks left where we have the opportunity to play some truly ridiculous games on Joystiq Streams, and Gun Valkyrie seems like a real... It's got some potential.
That's the one where, like, the whole game is basically just training for the final boss.
Yes, and boy do you need it. some of the weirdest... I don't know why From Software... Oh, that wasn't From Software.
That was, yeah, that was like... Smilebit, yeah.
Yeah. But
so
yeah...
that game destroys analog sticks.
It destroys them. Just ruins them. Yep, Kasumi. I'm with you, Van. I was a Kasumi player. Kasumi makes a game like Dead or Alive like accessible to somebody that's not going to put in the effort to get really, really good. Ludwig, you realize that I'm trying to keep you distracted so that your mind will go into the natural Zen state that
which
is required to survive these fights.
The state that gets you killed in this game.
I'm trying to soothe savage beasts.
Okay, so my dilemma here is that I need to get onto the elevator at the right time so that I can run through that corridor at the top, jump on that block, land on the elevator on the other side of the spikes, which then will take me to the exit. If I get the timing wrong, the block will be destroyed, and I'll get impaled by spikes.
It's just awful. I don't know if I can play this. I'm starting, like, it's giving me...
Nope, now's not the time. Now is not the time. One, two, come on! Nope.
Are there hacks that will allow you to make save states?
Possibly, I don't know, but that's cheating. You know it.
It is cheating. It's just cheating.
Because I like when you get like a good flow going, and like when you can masterfully navigate the whole level in one go. It's like running through a gauntlet in an Indiana Jones movie flawlessly, you know. And I feel like the timing just isn't right yet. I can't commit to the jump yet. Okay, how about now? There we go. And okay, things are going well so far. So far, so good.
Come on, Luddy.
Make my run now. Land on this thing. Okay, we can take a break right now. See, we're just relaxing on this block over here, waiting for my ride.
Peaceful, just so peaceful. Come on, buddy. You got it. This is the one.
Shut up! Shit!
Oh! Oh no! Well, we've reached the point where Ludwig can barely control his anger. We are at 1 minute left for today's stream, everybody.
It's already been an hour.
It's already been an hour. So, everybody, if you've enjoyed today, we do this every single Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the follow button on Twitch, though, because there are other times where the madness takes hold, and we have to stream regardless. And so we'll pop up. Next week, we're going to be continuing the trend of some strange stuff on Tuesday, August 5th. If you really, really want to see something odd here on Joystiq Streams, Susan Arndt is going to join me. The two of us are going to be streaming a Super Nintendo role-playing game. Is it going to be Final Fantasy VI? Is it going to be Chrono Trigger? No! Everybody streams those! We're going to be streaming the role-playing game for Super Nintendo known as Sailor Moon. Another Story. Sailor Moon, Another Story.
Wait, what is this game exactly?
Oh, you're just going to have to tune in to find out, buddy.
Alright, fine.
It's a turn-based role-playing game for the Super Nintendo in the style of Final Fantasy VI. Except, you know, you're Sailor Moon and the Sailor Scouts. Get ready. So yeah, that'll be happening next week, and we'll have all kinds of more fun for you later in that week. And there's a lot of good stuff coming up on Joystiq.com as well. If you want to go and check out some of the stories we've had this week, we have an awesome review of Oddworld, New and Tasty, from our own Sam Prell, which is spectacular. And we also have an awesome review coming from Ludwig for Gods Will Be Watching. And keep an eye out for that in the next couple of days. In the meantime,
can we complete this level?
Can we do it? Can we do it?
No, we can't.
It's not happening. Everybody, follow us here. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Google+. You'll find us on all those places if you search for Joystiq with a Q. And we will see you next time, everybody, when we've got a little Sailor Moon action. Bye-bye.
Bye! Although I can't stop the stream yet, because I'm right in the middle of this level.
No, God!
I'm not gonna
Can he do it?
It's just that last part is getting me really badly, that timing of the last few jumps. Ugh. Oh, I know that was not good.
I'm just sitting here, just feeling I believe in you so much.
This is like muscle memory at this point, although as soon as I say that, of course, I'll make a mistake. Yeah, this part is tricky. I don't want to get on the elevator yet. Oh! It's done. It is done.
Oh my God.
Everyone. Oh, so well, let's not attempt this one, because now I can get crushed too. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everyone. See you on Tuesday.